Hey everyone, welcome to the video. We finally got that juicy tech at 7. Today we picked up that building health and those 6 hot pots. The most protos we've ever had in one node, so we put them out and running this base. We got just a few days left in the season, so we gotta lock in and do some solid hits. And we're hoping we can get a decent push done. We're only missing crit launchers on defense, and that last 50 troop health on offense. Got this base over here, 160 building health. And until we get that 100 troop health, on most bases I'm running 3 HCs, 5 RCs. Sometimes looking on the left side if you can critter out an ER, which in this case, I think you can. Because if you critter that machine gun blind spot, it's just one shock on that rocket flame, and you can critter it out. So go ahead, start from the right side, and even just let them spread out. We didn't show before, but we're running 170 troop damage now. So we got a bit extra once we got that building health. Just dropping everyone on that side. There's no real rush to do the critters, so we can clear a bit and maybe like when they get to the middle, start doing the crits. Just seeing how these guys spread out. For the most part, the HCs should stay in front. But we'll keep an eye out on the right side. Can even hack that one cannon, because not too many RCs on the far side. That cannon's gonna help us maybe take down that rocket. And I think now we'll start the critters. So get a few going, and then shock on that flame and rocket. Right side still looking good. Get one more critter here. And just remember to re-shock this side. Over here we can even start flaring after this middle ER. This bottom might need one more shock, so we'll get that down. And you can see it's taking a bit longer with that 160 building health. Bottom ER goes down. And a bit unlucky losing an RC, but I can just flare that last ER, bunch of arts. And maybe not too bad a time. Getting a solid 230. I think he's missing what, critter launchers and maybe a sky shield. So we'll check out the time. So 204, got that win. Got a feeling he's HC bombers though. Yeah, just running those. And with Kavan too. So I don't know, that's a big risk of going for bombers now. If you're already losing a laser beam and shield gen for HCs and bombers, you can only get hot pots by getting rid of that shield. But you really want that sky shield to help against RC hits, flaring that last ER. So even though it might be a bit faster, not sure if it's worth losing the proto. It might change in the next few days, but we'll find out. Got another match over here. This guy kind of like us, 130 building health. He's got hot pots and critter launchers. But we might be able to try the same thing. Going 3-5 from the right side. And here maybe arting out that rocket. Cause you can get this in just one shock. Mortar doesn't reach too much. So really just dropping 3 over here, spread out our RCs. And you want to spread them out a little bit, so some go to that mortar, some go to that hot pot. And still waiting a bit on GBE, can start arting out this rocket. See if 5 is enough, but looks like it. Even though it's only one RC on the left, it might be okay. Got 2 HCs instead to back it up. And here we'll start the critters. Just on that mortar, so then we can shock that machine gun and critter launcher. This side we might lose one RC, which kinda sucks. Maybe even 2 of them. And we should do one more critter on that machine gun. So I didn't pay too much attention on that side, Could have done it a little smoother, but maybe it still works out. We got 3 RCs slowly chipping everything off. Like, we only need a few critters on this side, so maybe next time we can spend more GB protecting the right. Get another hack going, cause why not? And even some critters here. At least we got 1 RC working on basically each ER. We really want the right one to go down, cause then we can start flaring. And waiting just a bit more, can shock that boom cannon. And then just flare the last ER. Got enough for, we'll do 1 shock there. And over here, and maybe just shock over here too. I don't know if it's a worse time, 208. Because he had 130 building health, we should be a little faster. But just a few seconds, looks like a win. So now we learned that you don't really need too many critters on this side. We can focus more on protecting the right side, especially from like that cannon right there. Really bad losing 2 RCs. But you know what happens. So like 1 shock here, maybe even 1 on that critter launcher, and then moving down for starting the critters. But at least right now, hitting that base that way. And moving to 170 troop damage is really helping us against those super high building health bases. Got this guy here, looks like a secret player. He's got that 130 troop health. So we have to be super fast here. Can maybe do 1 HC and then a bunch of RCs. And just like the old hit against secret bases, still taking a couple Zooks. 1 can be fine for this ER, another one with Sparky here. And then really just go from the right side. So 1 HC, can do 5 RCs and the flare. We'll do critter on the left cannon, and then shock these guys there. Get Sparky and then the Zooks going. We have a fair amount of GB, so we'll do 1 shock over here. Maybe a critter on that side and hopefully get a good angle on the HC. Can even hack something. And just want to make sure our Zooks are alive. But he's just gonna get 3 ERs, or maybe just 4. So we can still play it cool. 1 more shock over here. Get a critter going. I think even if they don't finish, it's always fun to try a fast hit. Some more critters on this side. And maybe with 1 shock. Don't know if critters are enough, so we can just start flaring. And then for the last ER, bunch of arts and getting around 245. Some secret players, I've heard they can still finish these 7s. And we'll take that win. Got a 24 over here. This guy 160 building health. And no sky shield, so might be a HC bomber player. We'll go back to 3 HCs, 5 RCs. And this one might be pretty tough to critter out. But we can still give it a shot. Arting out that rocket. We'll always shock this hot pot and mortar. And then just do critters on the blind spot. And just like the other hit, spurting out 3 HCs, 5 RCs on this side. And see how it goes. Spurting out these guys and Sparky. Can start arting out this rocket. He has 160 building health, so it needs 6 arts instead. And we'll try hacking a critter launcher. It spawns critters for us now. And then just paying attention to this side, making sure there's no mean cannon. We'll do a shock just to be safe. And I think we needed it because cannon was looking straight at RCs. Wish we had more of an HC going up top, but might still be okay. We got some heavies over there too. And after that rocket, we might just go ahead and hack something. Because even the other rocket doing some bad stuff. And now just start critters with one shock. I'm gonna lose one RC over there. And just gotta keep on re-shocking this hop pot. Didn't get the best split, so we'll do a reflare. And again, just keep on shocking this stuff. Got 4 RCs left. And then pretty soon we can start flaring the ERs. Maybe get one more reflare going. And we'll do a critter on this side. So bottom side should be okay. And then in just a few seconds, get the last flare going. Want to for sure shock that cannon. The last few are just a couple arts. So not a super fast time against 160 BH. Gonna get like 202. So maybe here's a better test, because we saw the other bomber player got around the same time, maybe even faster. But just 2 seconds, we got him. And some good stars. Can check, I think he was running HC bombers. Yeah, it looks like it with Kavan. So if right now their limit is around 2 minutes, we just gotta be faster. And again, we can get a bit more offense too. We have 50 more troop health and even critter launchers. Which is defense, but can still help us out, especially against bomber players. But our HCRC still working out. Got a 25 over here. This guy probably a secret player. He's got that 130 troop health. And we'll try being a bit more aggressive. Don't think we can take any Zooks, because he's got a few rockets covering this stuff and hot pots. But maybe 2-6 HCRC. And still try to critter out this ER. Like we can shock this stuff. Those rockets might be annoying, but maybe get distracted by the HCs over here. So we'll try this out. 2 HCs each side. We'll only do 2 RCs on the far side. But really early, starting these critters. Get 2 going and a shock. Looking okay on the right. And then we'll do a shock on this rocket. 1 more on the hot pot. Can art this cannon, might be annoying. 1 more to go. And really just start flaring. Maybe not every single ER, but at least some of them. I know I'm gonna lose 1 RC over there, maybe even 2. Just kind of a bad split on those boom cannons. So not gonna be a super fast time. Can do a reflare here for the last few ERs. Because we did spend a decent amount of GBE for the critters. Get this ER down. Got a bunch of heavies coming on the right side. And then we'll just send a last flare. Not enough for a shock, but can do a critter. So pretty tough because we got heavies dying out. And maybe could have been faster, 232. We'll find out though. And luckily enough, that guy fizzled. So even people pretty high up, if you make the right base, then Seeks can't make it work. Can still watch what he did. He's running maybe bullet all Seeks. Got 1 for that side, 3 over here. And it looked like a pretty solid hit. Cause he knows like how many seeks for each ER. Bullets taunting pretty good. That was kind of unlucky for him, cause even if the hot pot hits once, the seeks lose a lot of health. And only 2 ERs over here. That's why we put like a bunch of hot pots under the shield and got the shock blinds going. And another reason why a sky shield is so important. We have it so even if he wants to shock that shock launcher, it's just not possible. So I guess not too close, but at least for us, we like seeing a seek fizzle. And a bunch of stars too, so that's gonna be 24. Get that chest. And things looking okay for the last few days, because now we can pick up, well, between troop health and critter launchers. We'll get CLs first. Want those level 4. And then really our last big tech of the season is getting troop health. Because that troop boost doesn't affect us. There isn't too much we can get. Maybe max out our GBE. We'll have time this season to max out Barrage, so maybe not worth it. And I guess maybe upgrade Sparky, even medkit for let's say rockets. But other than that, we're kind of going towards final tech. Again, making this building health into troop damage, really helping us out. And hopefully the hits are still gonna be easy. But that's gonna be it for today's video. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.